Conference. Wales is broken, and nowhere is that more brutally felt than in our NHS. Broken promises, broken systems, and a broken trust. This didn't happen by accident. For 26 long years, Labour have used the Welsh NHS as their own political experiment, backed up every step of the way by Plaid Cymru separatists and their faithful cheerleaders, the Liberal Democrats. They've had power, they've had time, and they've had your money, and they've wasted it all. Today in conference, over 794,000 people in Wales are waiting for treatment. That's 1 in 4 of us. 1 in 4 of us in this room, stuck in pain and stuck without answers. And thousands of people across Wales have waited 2 years for promised operations. And only 55% of cancer patients begin their treatment journey on time. Labour said they would fix this by 2023. We are now in 2025. Targets missed, people suffering, and the same old excuses given. That is the real face of Labour's broken NHS. So let me say it straight to the people of Wales. Enough is enough. I have had enough, and the time for radical reform of our NHS has come. This is a full-blown national emergency, and I will declare a health emergency on day 1 of a Welsh Conservative government. Not for headlines, but because it is the truth. And declaring a health emergency means using every lever of government disposals, making sure we move money and staff and equipment directly to where it is needed the most. We'll establish a team for NHS recovery reporting directly to me, with full authority to coordinate across government, break through red tape and get services moving again. And we'll fast-track surgical cases, open up operating theatres of evenings and weekends, and use every tool at the government's disposal, including mobile units, independent providers, and temporary contracts to cut the backlogs and to get people treated faster. And we all know that civil service like to put blockers in the way. And if they do, we will bring forward emergency legislation if needed to override the obstacles, accelerate hiring, and free up clinical space. Because when the house is on fire, you don't call a meeting, you go and get the hose. Conference, our doctors, nurses, and health professionals are our heroes. But the system is falling apart. Too much bureaucracy, too much duplication, and too many silos. That ends when I become the Health Secretary. We will launch a root and branch review of the NHS structure in Wales to slash waste, dismantle bureaucracy, and excess management. We'll end the NHS quangos and get money back to the wards and not in the boardrooms. Every pound in our NHS must go towards cutting waiting times and delivering care. We cannot have more money being spent on glossy reports and documents and on management perks. And to enforce this, I will oversee a task force for NHS Wales efficiency reporting directly to me. It's one job: find waste, eliminate it, deliver results. No more blank checks, no more sacred cows, and I say, shape up or ship out. Under a Welsh Conservative government, patients just won't see change, they will feel it. We'll halve Labour's shameful waiting target from 104 weeks to 52 weeks. 1 year will be the maximum, and we'll drive that number down year after year. We'll build surgical hubs and rapid diagnostic centres open 7 days a week if needs be, and we'll back it with the largest recruitment and retention plan the Welsh NHS has ever seen. Because buildings do not treat people, people do. Conference, primary care and our GPs are crying out for support. I hear you and help is on the way. But that doesn't mean we can carry on with business as usual. If we're putting in more public money, the public should see a return for that investment. So we will introduce a 7-day GP guarantee. No more ringing 54 times on a Monday morning waiting for an appointment. You will see a GP within 7 working days. We'll use every method we have available to us, because when you need care, you shouldn't have to beg for it, you should get it. Prevention must be a national mission, because it's the best way to fix our NHS, because we need to stop people needing it in the first place. That starts with tackling the growing obesity crisis, especially in young people. We'll launch a Wales-wide plan to get people moving again, relocating government resources into the prevention agenda with more support for school sports, community activity programs and accessible spaces for physical activity. This isn't about shaming people. It's about giving every child a healthier start in life. Because if we don't act now, today's childhood obesity will be tomorrow's diabetes, heart disease, and lost potential. Prevention is not a slogan, it's a serious investment in the future of our health and our future economy. We'll also do something that should be simple, but under Labour it's become controversial or too difficult to talk about. We will restore safe single spaces in hospitals across Wales. If you're unwell, you deserve dignity, privacy and safety. This isn't about division, it is about basic respect. And we will make it clear, safe single spaces will be the default and your patient rights will always come first. For conference, none of this works if we don't fix the workforce crisis. And let me say it as it is. We have become far too reliant on foreign workers to run our NHS. This is not about blame. Many who have come here have helped save lives. But it is a damning verdict on a Labour system that they have failed to train and retain our own Welsh talent. So we will invest in Welsh workers, we'll prioritise British talent, and we'll build a national workforce plan that ends dependency on foreign workers once and for all. And as we all know, conference, under Labour, failure gets rewarded. Top executives who preside over disasters walk away with top promotions. That ends the day we take office. We will create a mandatory register for NHS managers and bring in stricter performance targets and accountability measures for top NHS executives. You deliver for patients and I will back you. Fail them and you're out. No more golden handshakes, no more revolving doors, and no more reward for failure in our NHS. We will also end the postcode lottery. Too many Welsh families have said to me and my fellow MSs, if we just live 10 miles across the border, we will get better treatment. I'm sorry, that ends now. We will create a cancer drugs fund and a rare disease medicine fund for Wales. If it's available in England, you will get it in Wales, no ifs, no buts. And as I mentioned earlier, cancer needs to be addressed. The Welsh Labour government's record on cancer is woeful. We do not even have a cancer action plan here in Wales. So I will commit to launching a cancer action plan. We'll invest in prevention and build centres of excellence for life-saving care, because nobody should have to die of cancer unnecessarily. And we'll also bring something back. that Labour and socialism always takes away from you. Choice. And more importantly to me, patient choice. If your wait is too long locally, you will have the right to go elsewhere for your treatment, whether that's somewhere else in Wales or into England, because you will decide, not the bureaucrats in health boards, you. Comrades, I will give you a personal reflection. Since taking this role, I haven't slept quite the same. There have been nights I've laid there, tired, wired, eyes wide open, thinking about what this job really means. And I'll tell you the truth, it's not about the headlines from this conference, it's not about the titles that you get in government, it's not even about winning your arguments against your political opponents in Cardiff Bay. It's about the weight. It's about the responsibility. The fear, if we do not get this right, people will suffer and people will die. And when I wake up, I feel that every single day. This isn't politics for me anymore. This has become a personal mission. Because I know what it feels like to be powerless while our NHS is crumbling. To lie awake at night not just about thinking about the future of the NHS, but about the people who we are there to serve. The people who we love and the ones we cannot afford to lose. And I've made my decision, conference. I will not accept the way things are. I will not be silent while the system fails, and I will not stop fighting until the system is fixed. This is the fight of my life, and I am ready for it, and I hope every single one of you in this room is too. So if you believe, like me, conference, that Wales deserves better, if you believe that our NHS can be saved, then don't just hope for change. Be part of that change. Let's fight for it. Let's deliver it. Let's fix our NHS and let's fix Wales. Conference, let's go out there and let's go and get this done. Diolch yn fawr.